Ang ating tatalakayin ngayong araw ay ang tatlong na proteksyon ang mga mamamayan. Kasabay ang pagpapahalaga sa karapatan ng mga legitimate gun owners. Ito ang mga prinsipyo na gagabay sa ating usapin ngayon. At sisikapin nating balansihin ang mga prioridad ng ating bayan. Napapanahon na ang ating usapan ngayon dahil sa gun ban na naging epektibo ngayon, kahapon, January 12, 2025 at magtatagal hanggang June 11, 2025. Maraming nagsasabi na ang mga responsable at lehitimong gun owners lamang ang pinapahintulutang humawak at gumamit ng kanilang firearms sa panahong ito. Ngunit ang gun ban ay pinapawalang bisa lamang ang mga lumalabag sa batas, mga manliligalig at mga kriminal. Nais po natin na mabigyan liwanag ang mga issue na ito upang mabawasan ang election-related violence na dinaranas ng ating bansa. Bago po tayo magsimula ay nais kong magpasalamat sa ating mga kapwa mambabatas at sa ating mga resource persons sa inyong paglalaan ng oras para sa ating talakayan. Umaasa ako na tayo magkakaroon ng isang masusing deliberasyon. Maraming salamat po. And the next item of our agenda is the initial deliberation of the following measures amending Republic Act 10591 or the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act. Ang una pong nagain ng House Bill number 893 ay si Representative Michael Romero. So the Chair would like to recognize Congressman Bong Tevez, our Deputy Majority Leader. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Chairman, for the House Bill number 893, entitled an act amending Republic Act number 10591, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act, to promote a higher standard of protection by Representative Romero. I move to adopt the explanatory note as a sportsmanship speech. So move, Mr. Chairman.
So there's a motion to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill number 893 as the sponsorship speech of the author of the House Bill number 893. Any second the motion? There's a second the motion. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. The next House Bill number for our deliberation is House Bill number 9718, and in here we recognize Congressman Plato for the sponsorship speech. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I move that the explanatory note of my province mate, Congressman Brother Eddie Villanueva, be adopted as his explanatory speech. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to adopt the explanatory note of House Bill number 9718, authored by Brother Eddie Villanueva. Any second the motion?
Second motion, Mr. Chair.
There's second the motion by Senator Bonifacio Busita. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. The next item or the next House Bill number is House Bill number 1141, authored by this representation. So I'll be turning over temporarily the chairmanship to Chairman Acop. Sir, can you preside temporarily as I deliver my sponsorship speech?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and you're recognized to deliver your sponsorship speech.
Ito ka na. Dito na ako. Sigurado ka. Okay. So, basahin ko na rin po, no? Ito ating explanatory note. Republic Act number 10591, also known as the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act, recognizes the right of qualified private citizens to self-defense through the use of licensed firearms and the need to provide legal support to law enforcement agencies in their campaign against crime, stop proliferation of illegal firearms or weapons, and the illegal manufacture of firearms or weapons, ammunitions, and parts thereof. The intent of Republic Act 10591 is to account for and register firearms in accordance with the requirements of state laws and regulations. Included are provisions that regulate the manufacture, import, and export of firearms and its essential accessories. However, it appears that certain provisions of this statute were intentionally or unintentionally to to rigid and render the law unreasonably difficult for private citizens to own or use licensed firearms. The bill proposes rationalizing certain provisions of the existing laws so that the law-abiding individuals will not be unduly deprived of the right to legally own firearms and consequently to defend themselves, their loved ones, and their property. The measure seeks to amend the following provisions of the law. Letter A, the standards and requisites for the issuance of license to own and possess firearms. Letter B, yung pong carrying of firearms outside of residence or place of business. License to possess ammunition. Issuance of license to manufacture or deal in firearms and ammunition. Scope of license to manufacture firearms and ammunition. Letter F, registration of locally manufactured and imported firearms. And lastly, yung pong firearms for use in sports and competition. For these foregoing reasons, the immediate consideration and approval of this bill is earnestly urged. So, yun lang po, Mr. Chairman. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I turn over the floor back to you as the chairman of this committee. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Acop. And now we will be proceeding dito po sa ating pong agenda for today. So the next item of our agenda is any members who wanted to give comments on the bills, or we will be asking first all the resource persons who have been invited to give their comments on these bills that have been filed in this committee. So siguro unahin po natin ang DILG. So we Congressman Plato, you want to say something? Yes, sir. No, sir. We will be asking first the different resource persons to give their comments on the 3 bills that have been filed and under the deliberation of this committee. So after which, we can have some comments. But the amendments, I think, will be forming a technical working group in order to be more, plansya po natin lahat yung mga ibang mga issue regarding these 3 bills. So, DILG, siguro kayo po muna. ASEC Joabili P. Racho, other ano po ba kayo, Assistant Secretary? ASEC, no, sir? Yes. Sige. Yes, now you are recognized, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, honorable members of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, colleagues from different government agencies and guests. This representation expresses its full support in conducting this public hearing and investigation in aid of legislation, as our department recognizes the need to ensure that responsible gun ownership should be strictly observed and to put an end to the proliferation of illegal firearms in the country. The DILG supports the mandate of the subject legislative measures. These bills seek to introduce a comprehensive and dynamic approach to RA 10591 to address the pressing demands of the modern society in order to promote a safe and violence-free environment to our citizens. Correspondingly, we will closely coordinate with the other national government agencies, such as the PNP, to obtain vital information and substantial pieces of evidence that will enable us to ascertain the truth in resolving the matters surrounding the senseless and unresolved killings. We are one with Congress in seeking for the truth because the department believes that violence has no place in our society. Mr. Chair, a copy of the department's detailed position paper will be submitted to the Honorable Committee. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, ASEC. So, we'll be proceeding to the next resource person from DND. Attorney Angelito C. Castillo, the Division Chief, External Affairs of the DND. You are now recognized. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning to the august members of this Committee on Public Order. Mr. Chair, the Department wishes to convey our full support for the proposed amendments of the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulations Act in order to rationalize the various provisions of the law. Rest assured that our stakeholder in the Defense Department, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the government arsenal, being the key stakeholder for this proposed bill, is in full support there too. And on that note, Mr. Chair, we will be coordinated with the Secretary for the submission of our joint position paper on the matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, salamat po, DND. So we have invited also the COMELEC. Napapanahon na po kasi dahil nga po ganba na kahapon. So tama, we have invited also the COMELEC. So we have here Attorney Nicole. Kay James, you are recognized and give your position on this matter. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, and everyone present here po, good morning. So, the COMELEC fully defers po to the wisdom of the Honorable Committee and the Congress in amending the Comprehensive Firearms Law. Rest assured that the COMELEC will faithfully fulfill its constitutional mandate of administering and enforcing election laws and other election-related laws. On matters po concerning election gun ban, subject of amendments under Section 9 of House Bill Number 11141, introduced by Your Honor, Honorable Dan Fernandez. We already drafted our initial position paper po, but it's still for review by the Commissioner in charge of the COMELEC Gun Ban and Security Concerns Committee. And after which po, it will be submitted pa po to the COMELEC and Bank for its approval. So may I, with the kind indulgence po of this Honorable Committee, may I respectfully request po that we be given more time po to submit our official position paper.
Okay, so we will be waiting, because in a while we will be creating a technical working group on this matter. So for the meantime, we'll be asking you to expedite yung inyo pong comments by the NBank on this matter, and also to DND and DILG to submit to us your position paper. A while ago, we heard that you are in full support. But, of course, you have to ask your bosses, no? Baka mamaya, di naman sila nakasuporta dito. So, kalintik-lintik tayo dyan. So, we'll be asking you to submit your position paper on this matter. Ask your bosses. Okay, so thank you, COMELEC. So, we'll be proceeding to the next resource person po natin, ang PNP. PNP, you are now recognized. General Francisca? Si Dilad. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
To the Honorable Chairperson of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, the Honorable Representative Dan S. Fernandez, sir. To the Honorable Senior Vice Chair, Congressman Romeo Acop, sir. Honorable Jose Bong Teves Jr., sir. Honorable Salvador Prieto, sir. And Honorable Bonifacio Bosita. The head of the PNP delegation, my boss, Police Major General Leo Francisco, sir, fellow workers in the government, the stakeholders in the firearm industry, the shooting community, other guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. At the outset, the PNP is grateful for this initiative to make another amendment to Republic Act Number 10591 in order to address various pressing issues and concerns related to the regulation of firearms and ammunition. This amendment will also ensure that the law remains responsive to the current and future needs of licensed citizens as well as the industry. The PNP greatly appreciates the effort of the House of the Representatives in coming up with 3 proposed bills, namely House Bill Number 893, an act amending Republic Act 10591, in order to promote a higher standard of protection, increasing its penalties and sanctions, and for other purposes. House Bill Number 9718, an act amending Republic Act 10591, Section 9, Paragraph 5, known as Comprehensive Law on Firearms and Ammunition, limiting the number of registered firearms and ammunitions and providing penalties for violations thereof, and House Bill number 11141, an act amending certain sections of Republic Act number 10591. Noting the need to facilitate the processing of licenses and permits, including legitimate trade, ensuring public safety and security should still be the utmost priority to consider, making sure that this is not compromised. Upon reviewing the said House bills, the PNP would like to express reservations regarding certain provisions, especially on the number of ammunition that may be owned and possessed by a licensed citizen. With this reservation, however, the PNP is open to further discuss the details of this concern with the end view of having a consensus that will not compromise public safety and security, and taking into consideration our social responsibility as a good and law-abiding citizens of this country. To give ample time for the deliberation today, Mr. Chair, we wish to give our comments and recommendations as we go along with the discussions on the provisions of the House bills. Moreover, due to the interest of time, we humbly appeal to the Honorable Committee that the official position paper of the PNP will be submitted at a later date to include our comments and recommendations and to give us time to get consensus from our leadership. Thank you, and once again, good morning po.
Yes, maraming salamat, Gerald Dilag. Well, I was comparing with my partner, Congressman Acop and Senator Busita. Kasi nagkaroon tayo ng issue dyan no, nung hearing namin po about the those foreigners who are owning guns. No? Kasi maraming balita that can you kindly give us an estimate on how many fake documents that was secured by those foreigners to acquire license from FEO. Kasi sa PNP nakakuha si Tony Yang di ba? You remember the issue about this Tony Yang?
Yes, sir.
So bakit po siya nakakuha ng license pero alam naman po natin na well, siguro hindi nyo alam pero foreigner siya, di ba? So can you kindly explore this issue? Kasi kung si Tony Yang ay isa lamang doon sa mga hindi Pilipino na nakakuha, what more yung iba pang mga foreigners? Sige, sir.
Yes, sir. Nag-submit po si Mr. Tony Yang ng mga requirements gaya ng birth certificate, yung license niya, driver's license. So, apparently, yung evaluators natin, sir, they thought na these were authentic documents. Kaya po, nag-proceed po yung application niya, sir.
Is there any no other way for the licensing authority to validate the authenticity of those licenses that required by your office? Kasi katulad nun, no? What are the requirements needed para po basta ba magdadala na lang sila ng driver's license or birth certificate? And per se, kung nai-produce na yun, that's it. You don't need to validate it anymore.
Based dun lang po, sir, sa isinasubmit nilang documents.
Yun lang pinagbabasihan.
Yes, sir. But ang process po, sir, is dapat po i-present yung original document, sir, when claiming the ID.
So wala pa tayong tinatawag na automated system on these requirements. Like for example, kung ang requirement nyo is birth certificate, wala pa tayong understanding or undertaking with the PSA or the LTO with regards to this authenticity of these documents that was submitted to FEO.
Wala pa po, sir, but we have efforts towards that end, sir.
Kasi kung, for example, ako, foreigner ako, tapos magsasabit ako sa inyo, do I need to be present when submitting all these documents like driver's license, birth certificate? Do
Yes,
I
sir.
have to be present?
Yes, sir.
Kailangan present ka.
Opo, sir.
And then, from that document, yun lang ang pagbabasehan natin kung i-issue natin sila ng ano.
Yes, sir.
So, parang nagkaroon tayo ng failure on this matter, no? Kasi we have found out doon sa hearing namin na hindi po siya Pilipino. The chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman Rinante Arrogancia. So, ano po, ano nangyari po doon sa mga lisensya na issue natin kay Mr. Tony Yang?
It was revoked, sir.
So how many more foreigners, no, na na-revoke natin ng mga lisensya?
Around 40, sir.
40?
Yes, sir.
So far, 40 pa lang. But meron pa po tayo mga ibang tinitingnang mga personalities.
Yes, sir. Continuous po yung effort natin, sir, na mag-validate po, sir.
How about yung mga brothers ni Mr. Tony Yang? Sila Michael Yang, sila ano? Na-issuean ba natin sila ng mga licenses?
No, sir.
Wala.
Yes, sir. We checked already on that matter, sir.
And that is one of the provision of the bill na need to be addressed, no?
Yes,
Yung mga ganito. And doon sa bill natin, merong provision doon that foreigners can be issued licenses, no? Yung mga permanent resident na mga foreigners. So yun yung i-discuss natin po sa technical working group that will be created by this committee in a while. So baka may mga question ang ating mga members about this issue. Congressman Bosita?
Mr. Chair,
you
actually, wala
you
po
are
akong-
recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, wala po akong questions to any resource person. Mr. Chair, may I move to create technical working group?
We will be asking muna yung ibang pang resource
yes.
person.
Sorry,
and then
Mr.
we'll be,
Yes,
recognizing you. So,
Mr. Chair, excuse me.
yes, go ahead.
Anyway, sayang naman yung time na binigay niyo sa akin. Mr. Chair, pwede po bang malaman sa FEO? Currently, more or less, may data po ba kayong dala kung ilan yung licensed firearms?
Yes, sir. We have data on that, sir.
May we know how many?
The universal data, sir, is around 2.7 million po, sir.
Registered firearms, license.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. 2 point,
To be exact, sir, 2,752,539 po, sir.
yes. Mr. Chair, maray bang malaman, meron bang loose firearms? Siyempre.
Yes, sir.
Based on your data, how many loose firearms?
We have around 545,742 firearms that can be categorized as loose firearms because they cannot be renewed anymore, sir. Kasi po, na-revoke po sila, sir.
Okay, so if we have a list of lost firearms and that is more than 500,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Meron po ba kayong accomplishment periodically?
Yes, sir. Meron po, sir.
Meron po ba dyan? Like, for example, Mr. Chair, today is January 13. So, last December, ilan po ang accomplishment ninyo against loose firearms?
Sir, we'll submit po, sir, yung data after this meeting, sir.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang mag-request na to direct the PNP to submit list of their accomplishments with regard to the lost firearms periodically, Mr. Chair?
Okay, the PNP is hereby directed to submit to us ASAP the list of the accomplishment regarding doon po sa mga loose firearms, ano, yearly. Am I correct?
Monthly, Mr. Chair.
Monthly. Okay. Para maging basis po natin sa technical working group that we will be creating in a while. Okay? PNP? Klaro po.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Pwede po bang malaman, Mr. Chair, kailan isasubmit ng PNP?
Within this week, sir.
Within this week, siguro, Mr. Chair, kahit until Friday this week. Kaya po ba, PNP?
Yes, sir.
Yung po ba isasubmit nyo is good for 2024?
Yes, sir. Opo, sir.
How about yung ibang years po? Can you submit?
Yes, sir. Cumulative na po yun, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so kung wala na po tayong punta tayo sa Nika, no? Nika, being represented by si Director Silvio, Directorate for Counterintelligence. Director Perlu, Silvio, you are now recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Honorable Dan Hernandez and other members of this committee, colleagues in the government, stakeholders from the firearm sector. Magandang umaga po ulit. In behalf of NICA, we'd like to recognize and appreciate the initiatives of the Honorable Congressman for initiating these 3 bills. And for NICA, rest assured, sir, rest assured that we will be continuously collecting informations, gather this in line with the emerging threats, both at the domestic scene and at the international level. Of course, we will be glad to share informations also, and for that, we will be submitting our position within this week, Mr. Chair. That's all. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nika po. Have you submitted a position paper in this matter?
Masabi ko po, within this week po.
Okay, please. All right, so the next resource person is Ambassador? No. Attorney Martin B. Ontog, the Chief for Legal and International Affairs of the Office of the Special Envoy on Transnational Crime. Sir, you are recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. On behalf of the Special Envoy on Transnational Crime, a pleasant morning to the chairperson and the members of this committee, as well as the stakeholders and colleagues in the government.